ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ká ṣe bí ẹni kú, káwọ́ ẹni tí ó ṣe dàrú ẹni. Ṣàṣà ènìyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lẹ́yìn, tẹrú tọmọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lójú ẹni. Ọmọ aráyé abániwọ̀rọ̀ pa òbí dání wọ́n. Ayé ò fẹ́ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀, orí ẹni ní pẹ́ kó yẹ ni. You gotta be strong cause the world is a battlefield. Òjò láyé ó gbé ní lọ, bá ò bá mọ̀ wẹ̀. Má ṣe lọ́la òtọ́ láì bá dé, stress of ìdákùn ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ilé ayé ogun ni ó gbọ̀gbọ́n. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Kíbi tí ẹ là dálé ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ṣẹ̀rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀. Àwọn lọ́tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànà kó lè rí inú gbọ́gbé. Àṣenìtàn bá ní ìdàrú ṣálọ̀ máa ráyé. Àwọ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ bòónù kò jẹ́ àríkùn wá ṣe bí. You gotta be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Ọjà ọ̀dájú ní ilé ayé, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n rà. Àyàgbé ọ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ti lówó, ọ̀yàn òun ló wà lọ́jọ́ ogún dé. Ọwọ́ epo láyé ńlá, wọ́n kì í lá tẹ̀jẹ̀. Alámọ̀ a ò mọ̀nú, ẹni ayé yẹ kó rọra ṣe. Ṣọ́ra, ṣọ́ra. Fọ́sọ̀ fura, fọ́sọ̀ ti jẹ́ sí iná. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ o. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o. Inú ẹni ṣàlámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò má ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀la. Ilẹ̀kùn bá jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣòwò tí a wà bẹ́lẹ̀ ayé, àgbà tó ti ti tó mọ̀la yòókù lọ́gbọ́n. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sùn pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká má ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ikú pàlà mi ti ọ̀rọ̀ yẹ lọ́lọ́gbà ògiri. Àmì ìṣẹ̀dá tó wọ́n ti fi ẹ̀rọ bàjọ́ra ìmọ́lẹ̀. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣàlámọ̀.
Yes, good evening, my people. It's a pleasure to have you on another edition of the Jagbajanti Show. I welcome you especially tonight for another interesting discussion. I am your regular host, Akin, and I greet you especially wherever you are connecting from. Tonight is going to be a very interesting night. It's going to be very educative. It's going to be very enlightening. And you're going to see another um, reality of life through our discussion tonight. So I would like you to please invite people to connect to the show tonight. I would like you to share this program on your platforms, share on your stories. You can tag somebody, you can, just inform somebody that something like this is going on. Tonight is going to be very, very, very deep. And it's a show you don't want to miss. It's one where, you know, you really want to find a very comfortable place for yourself to listen to it, because we're going to take you on a journey. I have a special guest with me tonight who will be with me in the studio to host this discussion tonight. So I won't be the only person. It has taken me um, a bit of time to get her here because she's a very, very busy person. But eventually, Mujetete, and she's here, and I'm really, really, really happy that I'm able to bring her. Um, Let me see where my people are connecting from, so I can give special shout out to my people who are here before I bring in my guest. She's already with me in the studio, so there's no cause for alarm. Àti fi Rolls Royce àti fi gbé wọn dé. Wọ́n wà níbi tí a káàmpù wọn sí. Lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí gan, wọ́n ń jẹ ìtàn turkey tí wọ́n yí láta. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ń fi ọ̀dẹ́kù, wọ́n fi ń ṣàn lọ sísàlẹ̀. So she's in a very good place. Àwọn ogun ọ̀run náà dẹ̀ ń ṣọ́ wọn. So ẹ̀yin là ń retí báyìí, so that I can bring her on the platform. Right. Àwọn olówó à ń bí. Yes, my personal person, the law, Oluwaseun Michael Adeyemo. It's a pleasure to have you on the show tonight. You are the first person to enter the platform tonight. Thank you for connecting with me. I also have Omo Yami Ebun. Thank you for joining me as well. Thank you for connecting tonight. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. If you are here, please just drop a word. Let me know you are on the show, and I can give you a special shout out. Silent listeners. Thank you for always coming on the show, even if you don't comment or make yourself known. But I appreciate you. People on YouTube, people on Twitter, I thank you very, very much. Please let us share this show. It won't cost you nothing. They don't charge for it. And it's a form of evangelism to just press that share button and let somebody be aware of the show. Right. Let's get on with it, because time is money and we don't waste time on this show. Every minute we spent on this platform must count for good quality, so we deliver value here, and we don't mind numbers. So whether we are 2, whether we are 10, whether we are 1,000, it doesn't matter. What we want to deliver is what matters. And once we do that, our job is done on this platform. Ọ̀rọ̀ kìí kú o, and that I believe so much. So generations are still coming to listen to this, and it will benefit them. So, right. What I have for us tonight is what I titled Widowhood. I want us to, look at this phase of life. Is whether we like it or not, death is a reality that we are all going to partake in. Ìgbà tó lókàlùkù la ò mọ̀. And when death comes into a relationship and takes one of the spouse, it's a devastating loss to the living partner. And we want to explore what are the things that goes on in this stage of life when you experience the loss of a partner. Oftentimes, what we've witnessed in our own culture is that despite the fact that these people have just suffered a loss, they're still not treated kindly. Some of them face a lot of hardship from families. Society doesn't, regard them as anything. They simply pack them into that circle of, it's like people to be forgotten, so to say. And despite that, there are 258 million widows around the world, according to UN statistics. These people still don't get the kind of support that they should get. They are not even visible in the society. They are unsupported. And their voices are not heard. It's like the way it has been structured for them to exist is in the background. Once they lose a partner, then they're no longer, maybe even given active role anymore. It's as if they should not be heard, they should not be seen, and they don't have it easy generally. So tonight I want us to just go through this phase of life, explore what challenges does widowhood bring. We're going to look at how does it affect mental health, finances, and we'll look at all the various forms of discrimination that they face. We will look at coping after the loss of a partner, and several other issues that time will permit us to discuss. And this topic ideally is one that you can't discuss if you don't really have the experience, you know. Ó kàn máa dàbí pé èèyàn kàn wá ń sọ theory lásán ni. Ẹni tó bá ti dójú ogun rí ló lè ròyìn ogun. And there's this common balance on the social media that say follow who no road. So when we want to have, a discussion like this, it's ideal that you speak to somebody who have the experience. And that is why I, reached out to my big auntie that I'll be bringing to the platform very shortly to help me, you know, discuss this by bringing forward our experience, our personal experience. It's a big ask, because this is one sensitive aspect of one's life. And for you to find somebody who is willing to talk about it, it's a huge privilege. And I will be bringing on the platform my big aunt Erelu Olanrewaju Fatoba. She is a chief priestess. She is a businesswoman, and she's an advocate for widows and displaced women. And in fact, she runs a shelter that takes people in this category in. So I feel she is in the best place to join me in the studio tonight as we discuss widowhood. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me Erelu Olanrewaju Fatoba. Ìyá mi ẹ káalẹ́ o.
Ẹ káalẹ́ o, ṣe dáadáa la bá gbogbo ilé.
A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run.
Ṣàlàáfíà ni.
We thank God. Thank you very
Àkọ́kọ́ ẹ
much.
jẹ́ kí n sọ pé ẹrù èèyàn méjì kò ní di tẹnìkan o.
Àṣẹ o.
Ọwọ́ tẹrù mẹ́rin ń gbé
Hmm.
kò ní di ti méjì láì tí ì tó ọjọ́.
Àṣẹ o. Àṣẹ o. Àṣẹ o.
Kò sígbà tí ò ní di ti méjì, àmọ́ kó má di ti méjì nígbà tí ẹrù yẹn bá wúwo tó fi máa wọ ọwọ́ méjì lọ́rùn.
Ẹ ṣé pẹ̀lú àdúrà tẹ ọkọ̀ mú wọlé yẹn. Àgbàdua ni. Before we go straight into the discussion, I know I just did a summary introduction for you.
This connection is horrible.
Oh, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi ṣá? Hello?
If you can hear me, I can't hear you anymore. I think the connection is bad.
Oh, I can hear you, and I believe people can hear you as well.
Okay.
Is it okay now?
Okay. It's okay now. It's okay now.
Okay.
At least for the time being.
All right. As I was saying, I said I know I just did a summary introduction. Ó dìpù jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. So if you won't mind.
Ó ti dà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà. Díẹ̀ tó nǹkan ní nǹkan. Díẹ̀ tó nǹkan ní nǹkan.
Ẹ ti humble jù.
Ọ̀dà bá
wọn. Ní pẹ̀lú yín náà nìyẹn.
Ẹ ṣé yóò dà fún yín.
Ẹ ti humble jù.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò ní pẹrẹwu. Àròjọ Musolókun.
Okay. To my listeners, let me clarify the the type of widows we'll be referring to tonight. Toríṣiríṣi widow ló wà.
Okay.
Ẹ máa rí àwọn widow kan tó ń lọ sí widows prayer meeting. Ọkọ wọn sì wà láyé o. But wọ́n ti rìgáàdì ọkọ yẹn pé
Àwọn
òkú
opó
ayé ni.
àwọn opó òkú ayé nìyẹn.
So àwọn yẹn kọ́ la fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀
Àwọn
wọn
opó
lálẹ́ yìí o.
òkú ayé nìyẹn.
Àwọn yẹn kọ́ la fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ wọn lálẹ́ yìí. Ogun ọ̀tọ̀ làwọn yẹn ń jà. So
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
we want to focus on um, women who have actually lost their spouse, women whose husband are actually deceased. Àwọn yẹn ni a fẹ́ focus lálẹ́ yìí. So it's going to be,
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
a very interactive discussion. I want you to take us on a journey, but I will lead or guide, the path that we should follow.
Okay.
Èmi ni kémi béèrè, and I know it's a very
Béèrè.
sensitive, discussion. So ẹ̀yin lẹ mọ extent tẹ́ máa fẹ́
Yeah.
open up fún wada. You understand? So and I hope it's going to be an enlightening evening for every one of us. So let me start from
Okay.
here. How long have you been a widow? Hello?
Hello, mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Ṣé ẹ ti gbọ́ mi báyìí?
How long have I been what?
Yeah, Monica TB ìbẹ̀rẹ̀. How long have you been a widow?
A widow.
Yes.
This is the 14th year and counting.
14 years.
Ọdún kẹrìnlá ni mo wà
14
yìí.
years. 14 years.
Tí ó ti kù èmi nìkan àti Olódùmarè ní ọ̀nà àjò yìí.
Okay. So my next question is, did you at any point prepare for this, or can one even prepare for this reality of life? I call it reality because death is a reality.
Thank you.
It will happen. So, but I know it's a topic that it's like a taboo. We don't want to talk about it. But in your own case, did you prepare for this? And can people really prepare for this phase of life?
Thank you. First and foremost, let me say this. Nobody wakes up one day and decides, I want to become a widow or I want to become a widower. Èèyàn kì í jí lọ́jọ́ kan. It's not premeditated. Okay. Kí n lè máa ṣopó. Ìyẹn ìkan. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì. Ṣé rí, as long as tá bá ti ń rí that concept of death as a taboo subject, widows will continue to have issues. Tí a bá ti lè jókòó as husband and wife, kí a sọ pé, in case I predecease you, this is what is on ground. A máa máa ní wàhálà o.
I think there's an issue with the connection. We can't hear at the moment. and hopefully she will be back soon. I think she's struggling with connection. Let me, and yeah, okay. She's gone at the moment, so she will be back very, very soon. I'm sure of that. It's just the connection, and to be honest, we don't have control over that. Agbára inú atẹ́gùn ni, bó bá ṣe wù ú ló ṣe máa ṣe, but hopefully she will be back very soon. In the meantime, please, if you have not yet shared this show, please do that. Kindly bring this show to the attention of somebody close to you. It's going to help us a lot. It's a show or it's a discussion that we need to hear, especially from the education perspective. Yami, you are back. Oh.
Sorry, I'm back. Yes, I'm back. So bí mo ṣe ń sọ lọ, ọjọ́ téèyàn bá ti fẹ́ ọkọ àbí tó ti fẹ́ ìyàwó ló ti di potential widow or widower. Ìgbà tó máa yá òun la mọ̀. So many things ló máa ń jẹ́ kí ìyà jẹ widow. When I tell you pé ìyà jẹ mí when my husband passed on, ṣebí tí èèyàn bá ń jìyà tó bá yóò máa stop. Àmọ́ tí ìyà bá ń jẹ èèyàn, ó lè jẹ èèyàn pa. Tí n bá sọ pé ìyà jẹ mí, èmi ni mo mọ̀ pé ìyà jẹ mí. Olódùmarè ló fẹ́ràn mi tó fi jẹ́ kí ìyà yó kó má jẹ mí mọ́. Despite that, my late husband had put
kí ló ń ṣe connection lálẹ́ yìí? Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lálẹ́ yìí? She's gone again. It's a shame.
My Sherry widowhood experience is oníkálùkù. Ó wà unique sí. Everybody's experience is unique sí each person. So I'm going to be talking from my own experience.
Okay.
Ó lè má rí bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ lómi. I married a man who was proactive in his thinking. Ó máa ń jókòó, ó máa ń sọ fún mi. Nǹkan tí mo ní leléyìí, ibi tí mo ní.
Oh my God. Network is gone again. Please pardon me for tonight. I think our connection is really, really bad. At the moment, she's gone again. But when she comes back, I'm going to take her back to the last statement she made before she went off air. So she can, go back and wow. Right, let me use this opportunity to give shout out to the new people on the show. I see you, my brother Taiwo Batunsi. Thank you for joining me tonight. And my sister Debisi Brown Mukinyo. Equataro, thank you for connecting. I see you, Oya Funke Arike Olorisha. Thank you very much for joining me as well tonight. Odupe Pupo, thank you. I see you, Apostle, Abagba, Faluyi, Ayokunle Olawale. Thank you for joining me as well tonight. It's a shame we are having network issues, especially from our end. But hopefully this will improve as we progress in the show. She'll be back shortly, and ẹ jọ̀ọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin prayer hooligans àti prayer warrior tẹ́ bá wà lórí platform, ẹ jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ àdúrà báyìí o, kí gbogbo àwọn agbára tó ń jókòó lé network yẹn kí wọ́n gbiná dànù, kí wọ́n fi network yẹn lọ́rùn sílẹ̀, so that we can have a peaceful show. Oh, okay. Let me send her the link again. Okay. So let me send her the link again. I think she has lost that. Please pardon me. Give me a minute. She will be back. She's trying to connect again. Yes, we are having network issues from our end. She will be back very, very shortly. She's trying to reconnect again. Please stay on the show. Alternatively, I might switch to a phone call and put her on a speaker. That also might help if this is going to be an issue. So let me ask if we should do a phone call. Please bear with me, everybody. This is not for people who are just joining the show for the first time today. This is not our usual standard. It's just network fluctuations that we are experiencing, and hopefully we can quickly resolve that and get on with the show. Comrade, you have not missed anything. We've just started, and fortunately for you, we are having network issue with my guest, so you have not missed much. So I think we can switch to a phone call. Yes, let me do that. I will give her a call shortly, and then we'll switch to a call. Right. Please just pardon me. We will get this up and running shortly. Let me try and reach her. Checking feed. Music. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Shame Gomez.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
You can
Please.
hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Please, listeners, if you can hear her, please just indicate in the comment section. Let us know if you can hear her, so we can proceed. We're using a telephone call now to proceed with the show because I think she's struggling with our network. Please let me know if you can hear her so we can proceed.
I can hear you properly.
Okay. So assume I assume that they can hear you as well. And
Okay, I can hear you now.
Right. So ibi tẹ́ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ dé ni wípé your husband was proactive in his thinking. So
Yes.
you are trying to, the questions that can bring everybody back up to speed. The question I ask is, can one prepare for this phase of life? And in your own case, did you prepare for it? That this would happen and what you should do?
Yes.
So, and that is the question we are tackling. So you can proceed.
Okay. So like I was saying, you only prepare for facing the maturity both spouses are good. The maturity of our good nǹkan tó lè dá lérò because culture wa ò kì í sọ̀rọ̀ ikú openly bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Kódà gan tẹ́ bá ń kọ àwọn orin kan tí ẹ kàn ń kọ fún pé irú àwọn orin ẹ ó pàdé létí odò tẹ́ ẹ bá ń kọ wá ní kẹ́ ẹ gbẹ́nu dákẹ́ wá ní orin òwúlò yẹn ó kọ. It is that bad. Ṣé maturity spouses ò bá gbé tó kọ́ bá ti ṣe will ó lè má sí problem. Yàtọ̀ fún pé will tó kọ́ bá tún ṣe will náà a máa ṣì máa rí problem. My husband had. Hello.
Hello. Yes.
My husband had a will, and we still had issues with the family. I feel the will sideline one. But because he had told me, these are the things that you would likely encounter when I pass on, and these are the ways I think you should tackle it. And he had put plans in place with people. The moment they heard of his passing, they wanted it. And that brings me to the support system for the widow or the one who is suffering the loss. There has to be a support structure on ground. Because the moment you want to go pay your work, like vultures to a carrion. Everybody wants to come and feed on the carrion, which is the widow and if the man has an estate. So prepare for if we are proactive enough, if we are matured enough, if we don't keep hiding our heads in the sand like ostriches.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello? Yes.
Hello?
Hello, Emin Bonyo.
Can you hear me? I'm back?
Yes, yes,
Online?
I can hear you, yes.
Hello?
Hello, yes, Emin Bonyo.
Ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà, a rí i pé ọkọ ló sábà máa ń tètè kú. Ọkùnrin ló sábà máa ń tètè kú tó máa ń fìyàwó ẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Tó bá rí bẹ́ẹ̀, èèyàn ò ní jí láàárọ̀ yìí kó sọ pé òní ni mo fẹ́ kú o. Àti ẹni tó dágbére pé màá rí yín láàárọ̀ ọ̀la tí ò dé jí mọ́. Èèyàn ní láti máa pèpè àlàyé. Èèyàn ní láti máa prepare like ohun tá à ń lọ sùn lálẹ́ the last one ni. So that àwọn téèyàn máa fi sílẹ̀ wọn ò ní fojú ọgbà rè.
So you mentioned hello, Shembomi.
Hello.
Yes, you mentioned that there should be a support system on ground.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Shembomi. Bye. Yeah, Emin Bonyo.
I can hear you. I can.
Setting Bonyo. Bye. No, Emin Bonyo.
This is not true.
I can hear you. Yes, Emin Bonyo. So you mentioned that there should be a support system. So I want you to clarify that. Who will provide those support system? And then àwọn wo ni kí ló consist support system yẹn? Are you referring to lawyers? Are you referring to family members? Are you referring to friends? Who are you referring to exactly when you say there should be a support system? Ta ló máa provide the one and then àwọn wo ni ó consist support system yẹn?
That's why I said I'm going to be talking from my own experience.
Okay.
Kò sí bó ṣe lè ṣe rí, a máa ní ọ̀rẹ́ kan, a trusted friend. Charity family, ẹ má jẹ́ ká fi sí. Especially family ẹni tó bá kú yẹn. Ẹ má jẹ́ torí àwọn yẹn gangan ni problem tí oko máa ń ní tó bá ṣobìnrin. Especially family ọkọ. Family ìyàwó tó ju opó yìí, they should be able to, cover the tracks or stand up for èèyàn wọn. Ọkọ èèyàn kú, ìyá jẹ́ èèyàn nìyẹn. Ó tún máa wà rẹ́ni dúró lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. Ìyá tìyá méjì ti jòkú pé o. Òkú sílé kò tó sísè ìdájọ́ ẹ̀ wà. Ìyá méjì ti jòkú pé o. Ọkọ ẹ̀ kú. To support it. In my own case, my late husband had called 4 of his trusted friends for Jodagba. One of them just passed on about a week and some days ago. He called them and told them, and he had called one of his siblings. I know that members of his family are listening. At the end stage, became an enemy. Now went and pitched tent pẹ̀lú àwọn tó kù. But for the fact that I had a family who could support me, who stood by me, when the battle became physical, they stood up and said, irọ́ lẹ pa o. Ọkọ ẹ̀ ló kú òun kọ́ ló pa ẹ̀rẹ̀ lè ní kó wá kú tẹ̀lé. And then his friends came and did the right thing by me. That's the meaning support system. The lawyer too came and said, ó ní nǹkan ṣe fẹ́ nǹkan ẹ̀rí o. Kò dẹ̀ ní yí padà. Tí ò bá sí support system yẹn, ìyá máa jẹ obìnrin yẹn. Ìwọ nìkan láàárín àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n fẹ́ wá bó ṣe máa ẹ̀wọ̀n sí tẹ, tó fẹ́ wá bó ṣe máa gba ilé lórí ẹ̀, tó fẹ́ wá bó ṣe máa gba aṣọ lára ẹ̀. Kò sí béèyàn ṣe lè strong tó, èèyàn you will be no match for them. It will be like a flash flood. Irọ́ yẹn máa dàbí flash flood tó jẹ́ pé everything tó bá níbàtẹ̀ ló máa sweep. If you are not careful, the flash flood of the family can sweep you away. Talking from personal experience, support system yẹn tó wà on ground yẹn solved half of the problem.
Right. Thank you very, very much for that. I think there is a bit of clarity. So my next question is this, right?
Hello.
Hello, Shembami. Hello, Shembami.
So that is a much for if you have. There are faith-based organizations. There are faith-based organizations who can also form part of your support system.
Okay.
Ẹ bá ní àwọn church tí wọ́n mọ nǹkan tán ṣe. Tí kì í ṣe pé táwọn náà bá rí ojú ogun lé wọ́n máa sá sẹ́yìn. It is good to pray, but sometimes physical action máa tẹ̀lé prayer yẹn o. If your church is the type that will tell you, Sister Lágbájá, ẹ fìjà fọlọ́run jà. Kí Ọlọ́run á gbèjà èèyàn, but nǹkan tó máa bàjẹ́ máa ti bàjẹ́.
Nǹkan ti bàjẹ́.
Ó lè má látúnṣe mọ́. Ó lè má sí àtúnṣe mọ́. So if your faith-based organization is not willing to fight a physical battle for you, then I think they shouldn't form part of the support system. Ẹ jẹ́ kó dúró sí kọ́nà kan máa pray, kó jẹ́ káwọn tó lè máa jàjà yẹn ní physical kan máa jà lọ. The combination of the two will bring some effect.
So at this point,
so that's what I meant by support system.
So can I ask if, for example, in Nigeria, do we have governmental organizations or NGOs that fight for widows, especially when it comes to families stepping in to take whatever has been left for them by their husband?
Yes.
Ṣé gbọ́ question mi? Hello, mo ní ṣé gbọ́ question mi? Okay. Question tí mo béèrè ni wípé ní Nigeria, are there governmental organizations? Hello, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi báyìí? Hello,
I can hear you.
Okay. Mo ní Nigeria, are there governmental organizations?
NGOs?
Yeah, or governmental organizations, yes, that fight.
I haven't seen much of their impact.
Okay.
If there are, àwọn èyí tí mo mọ̀ tó wà, FIDA, Federation of Female Lawyers.
Okay.
FIDA, number one. Then Office of the Public Defender.
Okay.
Office of the Public Defender. Èkó nìyẹn wà. OPD, Ministry of Justice ní Aláùsá.
Okay.
Èkó nìyẹn wà. Wọ́n ṣe rí àwọn yẹn, the protocol they have in place can be long-winding and very cumbersome for somebody who is in fresh stages of grief. Ẹ máa ma kọ̀wé, ẹ máa ma kọ lẹ́tà, ẹ máa ma kọ kìíní kan, ẹ máa ma ṣe kìíní kan. Wẹ́rà family ló ti havoc tí wọ́n lọ lẹ́yìn.
Ìyẹn ò ń ṣèrànlọ́wọ́ dẹ̀.
Nǹkan tó ń bàjẹ́ ti ń bàjẹ́. Wọ́n tó di pé àwọn máa dìde sí yàn wá, wọ́n tún máa bí ní ṣe ti put step in place. So that is why the shelter that I am running for widows who are being left destitute, I do not involve the NGOs yìí. Well meaning Nigerians who are highly placed. Ìtàbá ní kí sójà lọ gbé ẹnìkan kan lù pa. Kókó kọ́kọ́rọ́ lé ẹni tó ti kú sílẹ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé kó sign undertaking má súnmọ́ ọmọbìnrin yìí mọ́. Ṣẹ́mọ̀, báńkì ni nǹkan tó lè yá nìyẹn.
Ó yé mi. And that is coming from because you've gone through it.
Let nobody come on this platform and start telling me it is wrong. Torí tẹ bá follow due process, wọ́n máa báyé widow mi jẹ́ tí ò ní látúnṣe. So if there are organizations, impact wọn èyí ò rí o.
Okay. Right. Thank you very much. Now, my next question is this, right? As best as you can, as best as you can you just, hello, bye. Hello. Hello. Hello, bye. Hello. Yes, èmi ń gbọ́ yín. Calm down. But èmi ń gbọ́ yín o. Okay. So, next question meaning, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi?
Yes.
Right. As best as you can you just take us through this experience of grief and loss that comes with the loss of one's partner? I mean, àwọn nǹkan tẹ́yìn face and hello, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Hello, èmi ń gbọ́ yín o. Ó ga fún network yín o. Ó máa cooperate tó bá yá. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, mo tún gbọ́ yín báyìí.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. But ibi tẹ́ wà tẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn náà à ń gbọ́ yín bẹ̀. Ibi tẹ́ wà tẹ́lẹ̀ yẹn à ń gbọ́ yín bẹ̀. Mo hope pé tí àwọn bàbá bá ti wọlé gbogbo ẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa fix. Tó bá ti wọlé báyìí kò ní sí network problem mọ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa sort out. Let me call her back. Network issue ni, ẹ má bínú. It's a very, very interesting topic and it's just unfortunate pé irú ẹ̀ ní network wọn ṣiṣẹ́ kíṣẹ́. Àwọn bàbá máa gbé wa ṣàbàyè. Everybody network máa lọ sùúrù báyìí ni. Ẹ má worry, wọ́n fẹ́ wọlé. Wo. All right, just give me few minutes. Um, she will be back, and we will continue. It's network issue. I greet you, my brother Samuel Sunday Fagbemi. Thank you for connecting tonight. Thank you for joining me. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, bad reception ni o, bad reception ni. So, but I hope you are able to hear what she has told us so far. This is a phase of life that we must all prepare for. We should not shy away from having this discussion because it is inevitable that it will happen. It will happen, So it's better you are prepared and, protect your spouse so that ìyà ò ní jẹ wọ́n. Have the discussion, put a strong support system in place, trusted friends, legal practitioners, people that you can surround them with láti lè, bá wọn ja ìjà yẹn. Tí àwọn ìkookò àti àmọ̀tẹ́kùn àti kìnìún ayé bá ti dé, àwọn tó máa ń wá kó èrè ibi tí wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ sí, àwọn kọ́ ló kọ́lé o, àwọn kọ́ ló ra ọkọ̀ o, àwọn kọ́ ló logún o, ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ń bọ̀ wá palẹ̀ ẹ̀ mọ́, wọ́n ń bọ̀ wá jẹ níbi tán ṣe sí, so that when these evil-minded people come, the kind of structure you've put in place will help your spouse to withstand the attacks of these people. And she also mentioned that yes, there are NGOs or parastatals in Nigeria that should be responsible for providing support for widows, but they are not efficient as usual. So she's calling me back. Yeah, it's network issue. Network issue. Àbí ká tún lo WhatsApp. Mo ní WhatsApp, ó yẹ ká tún lè lo ó yẹ ká lè lo let me try let's try this if it will work. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me? Hello.
Ṣé ò ń gbọ́ mi báyìí?
Èmi ń gbọ́ yín o.
Kí ni question tẹ́ béèrè lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn?
Right. Question tí mo béèrè ni wípé as best as you can you just take us through the experience of grief, the trauma, the loss that widows experience? Hello, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi báyìí?
You're breaking. Ó ṣe tún gbọ́n sí.
Okay, mo ní as best as you can you just take us through the experiences of grief, loss, or trauma that widows, passes through after the death of their spouse? As you went through it, I know this experience is difficult to put into words, but as
tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹni yẹn ti sick pé ó ní terminal illness kan tẹ́ ti mọ̀ pé ibi tó máa já sí lélẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀ pé mind èèyàn ó máa lè wrap around loss yẹn but nǹkan tí èèyàn ò rò tẹ́lẹ̀ tí ó kàn ṣẹlẹ̀. I can remember quite well that I spoke with my husband by 7 a.m. in the morning, asking him what he would like for dinner when he returned home, and he told me, and by 7:30 he was dead.
Whoa.
Shemo, nǹkan tí mi ò rò tẹ́lẹ̀, it was like, you see, that level of grief then was almost incomprehensible. See, when people came to the house to come and tell me that he had passed on, mo wò wọ́n bí ẹni pé ó dà pé yín dẹ̀ ṣèrè kẹ̀ irú ọ̀rọ̀ burúkú wo nìyẹn. But ṣéèyàn máa ń kú bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ni. You know, the grief was so intense. Then, Sherry, acceptance of grief, ó depend lérú relationship téèyàn bá ní pẹ̀lú spouse tó kú yẹn. If you lived in a marriage where both of you were cat and mouse, ó lè má lè dùnyàn púpọ̀. Torí kò sí ni téèyàn bá ń sin ajá tó bá sọnù, tó bá kú ó máa dùnyàn ajá nìyẹn o. Kò sí bọ́kùnrin yẹn ṣe lè burú tó àbí bọ́kùnrin yẹn ṣe lè burú tó bá ṣì kú náà, èèyàn máa ṣì wọ́n lára. This was, you know, it got to a stage that I stopped functioning. It's like the system shut down. Shut down because màá jókòó lálẹ́ mọ́jú, hoping that my phone would ring and he would call me and he would tell me that he was coming back home.
You're still in denial.
I would see all the people. Exactly. Until we went to the morgue on the morning of his burial to receive his corpse. And I was looking at him and I was talking. People said I was just talking and talking and talking and I wouldn't stop talking. I can't remember doing that. Until they had to, you know, take me away from, you know, price me away from the casket, and until they lowered him into the grave, I was still looking like, no, this couldn't be happening to me. That I call just so. You know, sometimes I would sit down and start asking myself, why would you do this to me? Like he had control over it. And then with all the trauma from family, all the shenanigans, all the intrigues, that ṣé béèyàn ṣe rí rèé tó téèyàn bá ti sí láyé mọ́ nǹkan téèyàn kan lè gain náà máa wò wọ́n fẹ́ wo bí ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ ò ṣe ní bàjẹ́. You know, the level of betrayal that I experienced from trusted family and friends added more to that grief. And I went into depression. For 3 years, I was something else. I don't want to.
Did you say 3 years?
About that. 3 years.
Whoa.
That's grief. Then, share more confinement. Yẹn tán máa ń sọ pé èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ jókòó sílé ṣoko for a number of days, for a number of time. You are all alone. Nobody is there with you, unless you have people around you. And then, I need coping mechanisms. You want to come and see somebody who is grieving and coming to them with horrible stories of past occurrences. Are you trying to help that person or sink them deeper into that abyss of grief? Àwọn èèyàn wá bàjẹ́ kínní yẹn, tán bá láwọn wá kíyàn, wọ́n máa wá sọ àwọn ìtàn ìbànújẹ́, wọ́n máa wá rọ́ àwọn ìgbà tí lágbájá kú, ẹ tiẹ̀ máa dúpẹ́ ti yín. I had to tell everybody to please leave me alone, stay away from me. I don't want to see anyone. Because that was adding more to my mental state. Ó dé level kan, tán bá máa gbàgbé, you know, amnesia. Tẹ́ bá bí mi ní nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ bá sọ fún mi like 20 times kò ní register. It got so bad that I almost lost my job. So by a private company, so then how I coped. Thank God I had a job. I was working, so my kúrò tí mi bá ti sílé ọkàn mi máa kúrò nínú gbogbo wàhálà yẹn díẹ̀. Tí mo bá ti délé padà, coming back to an empty house, coming back to an empty house with my daughter alone, ọmọdé kí ni mo fẹ́ bá sọ kí ló mọ̀. Then the grief will return. My happy place is music. And I will just put on music. I will just lay down there and let the lyrics wash over me like I'm in a conversation. I would read. Then I started little things to take my mind off the grief. I did not read any book because reading books about grief won't help you. Generalization ni. Experience tí ẹ lè má lọ bí ti ọ̀tọ̀ yẹn tó kọ ti tiẹ̀ yẹn. Conditions ẹ lè má bá yẹn mu. That's why I said coping mechanism is unique to every individual. I coped, I sat myself down and said, tí nǹkan bá ṣe mí, wọ́n ní pé bóyá nítorí pé mo mọ̀ nípa ikú ọkùnrin yìí ni nǹkan ṣe mí o. Ibi táwọn èèyàn máa rò sí nìyẹn o. Tí nǹkan bá ṣe mí, àwọn ọmọ yìí máa jìyà. Kí ni mo mọ̀ tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀? Ẹni tó ti kú òkè ń wẹ̀yìn. Tó kú bá máa jà, nǹkan tó bá máa bàjẹ́ máa ti bàjẹ́. And then I knew that I had to suppress the grief and live for my children. The oldest of them was 15. These were children who had led sheltered lives. Wọ́n ní street smart kankan. Inú campus láti bí wọn. Inú campus náà ti kàwé. Then ìgbà tí wọ́n máa tún lọ sí school, boarding school ni wọ́n lọ. So wọ́n ní native intelligence púpọ̀. If anything happened to me, it would affect these children. And that was the motivating factor. I needed to snap out of that grief. I needed to snap out of depression for my children. That was the key.
You had something to live for.
That reinforced my will
to live,
to continue. And then I had some supernatural experiences that I will not want to discuss here because of people of other faiths who would say they reject it, it's demonic, is this, is that. So I had some supernatural encounters that made me realize that if anything happened to these children, you only forgive me. So I forced myself. Mo sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé téèyàn bá ń jẹ̀yà tó bá yó máa mọ̀ o. Àmọ́ tí ìyà bá ń jẹ̀yàn kò ní líbì tó. Then ìyà tó ń jẹ mí nígbà yẹn ó tún add more grief yẹn. When he passed on, his family stormed the house and took everything that they could take.
Despite his will.
Stripping the house.
Yeah?
Despite his will.
So what's the purpose of a will?
Ìgbà tí wọ́n rí i pé will wà wọn ò lè rí nǹkan kan. Purpose will ni pé tí èèyàn bá ní tó bá mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Ṣé the only things they could move were physical things. The physical things that could, accessories, furnitures, and
yes, but ṣé wọn kì í kọ àwọn yẹn sínú will ni?
Those are things that could be replaced. If they had taken the house, would I have been able to replace that? Wouldn't my children have been left destitute? Ibo ni mo fẹ́ máa kọ́ ọmọ mẹ́ta lọ? ibo ni kí n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Mm.
So gbogbo ìyẹn ó jẹ́ kí grief yẹn kó túbọ̀ tẹ orí ọkàn mi bá. But then I had to ṣẹ́rí ẹni tó bá ń grief ó need help o, but ìwọ gangan ni major help tó need. Ìwọ ló lè bára ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ pé I can do this, I will do this. There will be some things that your mama look forward to. So coping mechanism Monica ẹni tó bá mẹkún sùn tó bá lè sunkún kó sunkún ẹ fi ilẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kó sunkún. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo kíní this preset, conditions tó máa ń gbé widows sí òun ló tún máa act sí trauma o. Ẹ ń sọ fún mi pé mi ò lè wẹ̀ nítorí kọ́kọ mi kú mi ò lè wẹ̀, opó ò kì í wẹ̀. Ẹ ń sọ pé ẹnìkan kankan ò lè bá mi fi àwo jẹun nítorí pé mo jẹ́ widow. Ẹnì kankan ò lè jókòó tì mí níbi tí bá jókòó sí. And I started looking at all these things and said, ẹjọ́ inú ìwé òfin wo ni wọ́n kọ gbogbo kìíní yìí sí? Wọ́n ní mo máa gérun, àmọ́ níwọ̀n tí bí aláya ẹni tó máa fa bẹ́ẹ̀ kàn mí lórí. I now called the hairdresser right in the middle of the living room. Ẹ ṣe irun mi fún mi. I would call my children, kọ́ wá jókòó tì mí. Every morning I would take my bath, every evening I would shower. Mo retí ẹni tó máa sọ fún mi pé kí n má bọ̀ sí balùwẹ̀ kí n má wẹ̀. Wọ́n ṣe mọ̀ pé àwọn obìnrin míì wọn ò ní irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. So gbogbo kinní yẹn máa tẹ̀ wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀. Ó máa tẹ̀ wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀. Ó máa add more grief yẹn. A máa add more pain yẹn. The day they were burying my husband, wọ́n sọ pé mi ò lè jẹ nínú oúnjẹ tí wọ́n sè tí wọ́n fi ṣe reception. Torí kíni kí ló dé? Wọ́n ní mi ò lè jẹ ńbẹ̀ mo ní no ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bu fried rice pè mí o ẹ ní dààmú. Ó wá yẹ pé ìkókò máa fi wá mú mi lọ lálẹ́ yìí ẹ máa ṣe kọ́kọ́ jẹrè sí. All those things are gbogbo àwọn stressors nìyẹn tó máa add mọ́ wàhálà òjò. I was able to cope because I spoke to myself, babe. No, I can't let them do this to me. Then kéèyàn má kúrò ní comfort zone ẹ̀ tó bá ń grieve. Tí wọ́n bá múyàn lọ sí environment téèyàn ò mọ̀ wọ́n ṣe máa ń ṣe for some widows, wọ́n á ní kó wá lọ ṣopó nílé bàbá ọkọ ẹ̀, kó wá lọ ṣopó ní kinní kan. Ó kúrò ní familiar environment. You are prone to any kind of treatment or maltreatment. You are prone to any kind of trauma. But when you are within your comfort zone, tẹ́nì kankan rí bí wà ẹ lọ. Tí wọ́n bá fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan kan, you know who to call, you know where to go. You understand me? So àwọn nǹkan téèyàn lè ṣe. Then I learned something. Tó bá ti sọ kinní kan, èmi ò kí argue, màá ní mo ti gbọ́. Bàtí gbogbo wọn bá kóra wọn lọlé wọn lálẹ́, I will do what I need to do. Téèyàn bá ń bá wọn argue yẹn, èèyàn ń fún wọn lókùn nìyẹn. Just, silently, quietly, make your resolutions, carry them out, and stand by them.
Thank you very much. My next question.
I prayed, though. Not that I did not pray, I prayed, though. And people were praying for me. But I accompanied those prayers with work. Where le show. Terry, woman sọ kíní kan fún àwọn widows. It is a time to cry. It is a time to be sad. But at the same time, it is a time when you should be at the most alert. At the most alert. Charity mobile one needs during the day. In Isoko, Majoko, Mama, everybody. In Isoko, Toba came in. Mobile wire, everybody, but in Loton, I will now open the floodgate and cry and cry and cry until I go to sleep. But Toba ti daro, ṣé mo pé ojú lásán ò ṣe é ṣe wèrè. Tó bá ti dàárọ̀ tí n bá máa jáde síta, ojú mi máa lo ni. So pé mi ò sunkún, mi ò bára jẹ́ yẹn, ó jẹ́ kí wọ́n tún sún sẹ́yìn díẹ̀. Sẹ́rí ibi kéèyàn máa sunkún kọ́ máa fọwọ́ mu léjìká ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́. You have made yourself vulnerable. You made yourself vulnerable. You've thrown yourself to the lions. And they can tear you to pieces physically, spiritually, morally, financially, and every other wise. So èèyàn máa sunkún, èèyàn máa grieve.
Ẹ jẹ́ sáré béèrè question kan bí.
Yorùbá wípé tá a bá ń sọkún, a máa ríran o.
Ẹ jẹ́ sáré béèrè question kan bí.
Mo ń gbọ́ yín question tuntun.
Gbogbo ń tẹ́ ti sọ so far yìí. Is it the same?
Hello?
Hello, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi?
Hello?
Hello, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi?
Mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Mo ní gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ti sọ gbogbo ń tẹ́ ti sọ so far yìí. Is it the same experience that widowers also share? Ṣé mọ̀ kó dàbí pé nísìnyí à ń sọ bíi pé widows nìkan ni, but is the experience similar for widowers as well?
Is it the same experience for everybody? Ṣé nǹkan tẹ́ béèrè nìyẹn?
Yes, money is the experience similar for widowers as well. Widowers.
For widowers?
Yes. Yes, for widowers. Gbogbo ń tẹ́ ti sọ yìí, is the experience similar for widowers as well? Àbí tí wọ́n yàtọ̀? Ṣé mọ̀ pé widow là ń sọ ń sìn, but.
Widowers tí wọ́n máa san o. Tí wọ́n sọ in the sense pé society wa is very chauvinistic, where the man is at the top. Ní culture Yorùbá kan ní àwọn ibì kan, ọjọ́ tí ìyàwó èèyàn bá kú, wọ́n á detail obìnrin kan kó lọ sùn sí widower yẹn. Wọ́n á ní nítorí pé spirit ìyàwó ẹ̀ máa wá ro ilé, ó má bàa wá sùn tì. Wọ́n á jẹ́ kóbìnrin sùn tí mọ́jú. Tó bá ọkùnrin á ṣe opó 8 days, 9 days, obìnrin á ṣe 41 days.
Wow.
Tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn ìmí obìnrin tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn Mùsùlùmí ní, wọ́n á ṣe 4 months and 10 days. Tí a bá wá ṣe 41 days yẹn, wọ́n á tún wá sọ pé for the next 1 year, o ò lè múra, o ò lè ṣe fàárí until tó bá ṣọdún kan tó bá bọ́ra opó sílẹ̀. For example, during my widowhood period, the 1 year mandatory mourning period, aṣọ mẹ́ta péré ni mò ń wọ̀. Torí gbogbo aṣọ téèyàn bá wọ̀ fọdún kan yẹn, níjọ́ tó bá bọ́ra opó yẹn sílẹ̀, gbogbo ẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa sun níná. Wọ́n á ní kò lè bọ́ mọ́. Ọkọ èèyàn kú, ìyá ti jẹ̀yàn. Ẹ tún wá ní pé kó máa wà kísà kiri. Ṣẹ́rí tọkùnrin tó bá máa fi póṣù mẹ́fà, fámìlì ló máa pè é. Lágbájá, ìwọ ló ń káwọn ọmọ kiri báyìí sí. Ó yẹ kó wá wẹ́ nìkan o, tó máa bá ẹ máa tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ yìí o. Tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹni tó ti kọjá childbearing age, wọ́n ní kò lè lọ máa fi ògbọ̀n lọ́lẹ̀ nídìí àdògán o. Ó yẹ kó wóbìnrin kan o, tó máa tọ́jú ẹ̀ tí wàá tiẹ̀ lọ, tí wàá dé, tí wàá bẹ́yàn kan lé. Bí mo ti ṣe wà ní 14th of widowhood, tí mo bá lanu sọ pé àmọ́ fẹ́ rí màá rí o, a máa rẹ́ni tó máa sọ pé á ti sọ, òun ló kọpọ̀ ẹ̀ ṣe nítorí kó ba lè má ṣiṣẹ́ kúṣe lẹ́yìn ọdún 14 o. So widowers have it easier. I'm not saying it is easier than widows. Widower, tíyàwó ẹ̀ bá kú, wọ́n ní tán ẹ̀kẹ́ ọmọ ẹranko ò bá bàjẹ́ lọ́mọ èèyàn ìdá. Ẹ̀yin obìnrin ẹ má bínú nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ yìí o. Eligible women will be lining up at his door. At his door. Whereas tí ọkọ èèyàn bá kú, men will see you as vulnerable, as desperate, as needy. Bí wọ́n ṣe máa sọ ẹ́ jẹ bí aràn tó ń boyún jẹ́ ló máa wá. So easier on maybe a man would come and say their own excuse. But èmi mọ̀ pé because I have widowers too who have been badly treated by the families of their late wives.
Oh, ṣé àwọn náà nírú experience yẹn ni?
At least I have seen 3 people whom the family of the wife said torí pé ìyàwó jẹ́ báńkà ọkọ jẹ́ títà wọ́n ní bo ló ti fẹ́ rówó tó fi fẹ́ kọ́lé whereas wọ́n jọ ń kọ́lé yìí ni. Pé owó ọmọ àwọn ló pọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀.
Wow.
Pé ọmọ so it was a horrible battle kán tó má lé ọkùnrin yẹn jáde nínú ilé yẹn. Lílé tí wọn ọ̀dẹ̀ lé náà wọ́n ní kóun máa gbé lókè káwọn ìyá àti bàbá ìyàwó tó kú máa gbé ìsàlẹ̀. What have they done?
Wọ́n kó wá sílé ibẹ̀ yẹn.
Wọ́n kó wá síbẹ̀ wọ́n ń gbébẹ̀.
Wow.
Because that was the only we went to a resolution center and that was the agreement àdé with kọ́kọ́má lè ọkùnrin yẹn síta.
Wow.
So àwọn náà máa ń rí but kò dàbí tóbìnrin tó bá jẹ́. Tó bá jẹ́ pé obìnrin ló wà nínú situation tọkùnrin yẹn wà wọ́n á lè jáde. They'll throw the woman out with the phone to kill. I almost experienced it. So easier on the men than us women. Ọkùnrin ò lè dúró 5 years unless it is by choice. Unless it is by choice. Pé ó pè pé ó fẹ́ fẹ́yàwó mi. But bí ó ṣe dúró 5 years yẹn ó lè má mi ò sọ pé ó lè má dá dúró lóhun nìkan. Tí wọ́n bá rí mi tọkùnrin ti bá tẹ̀lé ọkùnrin lónìí gbogbo ayé ló máa mọ̀ pé mọ́mì lágbájá ti ń tẹ̀lé ọkùnrin ó máa di news. Ọ̀ tó bá yẹ kọkùnrin ni mí tí mo sì dúró bí mo ṣe dúró yìí wọ́n máa ní àbí nǹkan ṣe ni àbí gbà tíyàwó ẹ ti fi nǹkan kan ti ṣe ni ẹ bá sọ̀rọ̀ o ẹ rìn sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ o ẹ tẹsẹ̀ lé bọ́ o ẹ tẹsẹ̀ oko bọ́ o tó bá jọ ọkùnrin. So they have it easier than us women. That is just my conclusion.
So kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ wá rò pé a need láti ṣe to bring to remove that disparity? Is it enlightenment or something has to change within our belief system or what?
Hello.
Ṣé gbọ́ question mi? Hello? Hello? Okay. Kíní ẹ̀ tún ti fẹ́ lọ. She will soon be back. Just stay on with me, please. She will soon be back. Hello? Hello? All right. Hello? Hello?
Hello,
Yes, you are back.
you're online now.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gbọ́ yín báyìí.
Question tẹ béèrè yẹn.
Ṣé ẹ gbọ́ question yẹn
Mi
àbí?
tún gbọ́ yín. Ẹni pé kí ni àwọn nǹkan tá a lè ṣe? That was the last thing I heard.
Yes, to remove that disparity. Torí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ṣàlàyé ẹ̀sìn, ó dàbí pé kíní ẹ wà so lopsided. I mean, ẹ wo morning days yẹn gan síra wọn. You know, so mo ní kí lẹ rò pa need láti ṣe? Is it enlightenment? Is it a change in our belief system? What do we need to do to remove that disparity?
Hello,
Hello?
hello.
Hello, èmi ń gbọ́ yín o. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Ṣé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi báyìí?
The connection is just running, but I can't hear anything.
Okay, báyìí ńkọ́?
Mo ti ń gbọ́ yín sìn.
Okay, ṣé ẹ gbọ́ last question mi?
Mo kàn gbọ́ pé kí ni nǹkan tá a lè ṣe to bridge that disparity.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, mo ní because tẹ́ bá wò síra wọn, ó wà lopsided. Ká tiẹ̀ ti di morning
Yes.
period yẹn, grieving period yẹn ká fi wò gan. Àti gbogbo àwọn treatment náà tí wọ́n meet out fúnra wọn. So mo ní kí lẹ rò pa lè ṣe? Ṣé enlightenment náà ni o? Àbí the orientation àbí change of our culture or belief system or what? Kí lẹ̀yin rò? At least to bring a balance to the treatment tí wọ́n fún widow yàtọ̀ sí widowers.
Ṣé rí nǹkan tí mo lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé it starts with the individual. It starts with the individual. Ìwọ tó o di opó, ìwọ ló mọ nǹkan tó suit ẹ. When my husband passed on, mo ṣe the 41-day mandatory kini. Then I had to go and work out of state 3 months later. Àwọn èèyàn sọ pé ò tí ì lè lọ rú bí bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Tí mo ní kí ló dé tí mi lè lọ? Kò tí ì pọdún kan. Mo ní mi ò lọ ṣeré bẹ́ẹ̀, mo ń lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ni. Wàá ṣàlàyé fún wọn ní pé o ṣì ń ṣopó lọ́wọ́. And I looked at them like, really? Mo ní mo ti gbọ́. I didn't say anything. I still went and did the assignment and came back home. Ìgbà tó yá, wọ́n fi mí lẹ̀. Wọ́n bá invite mi sí party, mi ò kí ń lọ. Initially, mi ò ń lọ. Torí wọ́n sọ pé mi ò lè lọ party. My younger sister was getting married. Ẹni nítorí pé opó ni mí, mo ní no, I'm going. Mo lè má múra flamboyantly, but this is my younger sister. I have to be there. Mo lọ. Mo ìdẹ̀pẹ́, mo padà wálé. Wọ́n ò ní sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fọkùnrin. Rather, they will encourage him to má dá nìkan jókòó sílé, má dá nìkan máa dádì, má máa ronú. So it starts with the individual. Culture ló dá gbogbo kinní yìí sílẹ̀ o. Culture and religion. Àwọn Muslims ń sìn yìí, wọ́n ti ń move away from that culture of pé kóbìnrin jókòó sílé for 4 months and 10 days. Wọ́n máa sọ fún ni pé tó bá ti ṣe the first menstrual cycle tí wọ́n rí pé kò sóyún nínú ẹ̀, wọ́n á ní jáde kó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ kó lọ wá nǹkan táwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ máa jẹ. Má jókòó sílé. Tó bá jókòó sílé oṣù mẹ́rin tó ṣiṣẹ́, ọkùnrin á wá ká ẹ mọ́lé, wọ́n á fi lọ̀kulọ̀ lọ ẹ́. I have attended Muslim kìíní jannatu tán ti ṣe wá síbẹ̀. Ayé ò jókòó kalẹ̀ sílé mọ́. In my own religion, you will stay at home for 21 days and you are then allowed to go out. Wọ́n kàn máa ń sọ fún wa ńgbà yẹn pé òjò ò gbọdọ̀ pa wá. reason tó ṣe máa ń sọ pójò gbọ́dọ̀ pa wá ni pé tójò bá lọ pa ẹ́ tó bá sick kò séèyàn kankan tó máa tètè pè. That's for àwọn onífá máa ń kà á sí èèwọ̀ because ìgbà tán ní kójò má pa mí mo béèrè pé kí ni ìdí wọ́n wá ní it's for self-preservation. Opó ni ẹ́, you are still grieving. Tójò bá pa ẹ́ tó délé tó rí èèyàn sọ pé àpẹ̀lẹ́ omi gbóná rèé o, orí rèé o, pé á dá nǹkan míì sí ẹ lára. O lè jáde, wọ́n máa encourage wa, múra, dirun ẹ, look presentable, but don't be flamboyant. So they are pé it starts with the individual fúnra rẹ̀. You know what you want. Stand on your 2 feet. Ó mọ̀ pé opposition máa wà, ìjà máa wà. Ibi tí support system yẹn máa ti useful nìyẹn. But unfortunately, you will find people saying, ìwọ nìkan kọ́ ló máa kọ́kọ́ ṣerú ẹ̀, ṣé ìwọ nìkan ló máa kọ́kọ́ ṣopó ni? Ṣé ìwọ nìkan ni ọkọ ẹ̀ máa kọ́kọ́ kú ni tó bó ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn? Má jẹ́ kó sọ ẹ́ lẹ́nu, má jẹ́ kó pa ẹ́. Ìgbà tí negativity yẹn bá ti wá fún ẹni tí ò bá lọ́kàn, wá subdue ẹ̀. Ọkùnrin máa fi lọ́kùlọ lọ yan. Ìgbà tó bá jókòó sílé tó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ tébí ń pa àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀, wàá gbé igbá wàá máa ṣẹjọ́ ebi ń pa àwọn ọmọ yín, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà máa dà àwọn ọmọ yín. True. We don't need help. You need help. Don't let you need a lifeline. It's like you are sinking at that time and you should cry for help. But don't cry for help lónìí, don't cry for help lọ́la, don't cry lọ́túnla, ó ní pẹ́ dá lábùkù. Ìyẹn ni jíjókòó sílé rẹ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ yẹn kó lóun ṣopó yẹn kò sense making rárá bí àṣà àwọn ọmọ ta kò sense making.
Kò make brain.
Òótọ́ ni tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba, ṣé ìjọba máa gbà kó jókòó sílé fọ́ṣù 4 àti how many days? Of course wọ́n máa fún ẹ ní compassionate leave. Ìjọba ò rán ẹ pé kó jókòó ṣé ìjọba ló sọ pé kọ́kọ́ ẹ kú ni. If you are an essential services provider, o máa jókòó sílé fóṣù 4 àti 10 days, àbí o máa jókòó sílé fún 41 days, àbí wọ́n máa ní outside assignment yá nítorí pé òṣòfò for 1 year ò ní lọ. So it starts with the individual. Kọtibítí mo padà sí nìyẹn. If and when it is auspicious, you want to get into a relationship again, please go ahead. The last time you check, it's your life, not theirs. Bí o fẹ́ ọkọ wọn máa sọ̀rọ̀, bó o fẹ́ wọn máa sọ̀rọ̀. So just do what you think is right by you at the auspicious time. When is the auspicious time? Ìyẹn kù sí ìwọ tó lọ́rọ̀ lọ́wọ́. Ìyẹn kù sí ìwọ tó lọ́rọ̀ lọ́wọ́. A mọ̀ pé oṣù 2 lẹ́yìn tọ́kọ ẹ kú tán bá ń rí ẹ lẹ́yìn ọkùnrin, a jẹ́ pé nǹkan ṣe ẹ́. I'm not judging you. But èmi feel pé 2 months.
Ìyẹn ti yá jù.
Ó ti yá jù. But tó bá jáde opó lọ́dún kan, tó bọ́ra opó sílẹ̀, tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ young widow, tó bá rí ẹni tó wù ẹ́, èmi ò rí nǹkan tó sọ pé kó má jẹ́ kẹ́ má jọ jókòó kẹ́ má jọ sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ fi ń déyàn mọ́lẹ̀ ni.
Bóyá kí torí kán lè mú àbúrò ọkọ tó ti ń háì olúwa ẹ̀ gan-an kẹ́gbọ́n ẹ̀ tó kú gan.
Obìnrin dáràn o, òmìnir sọ pé. What did you say?
Mo ní àbúrò ọkọ tó ti ń háì ìyàwó gan kí bọ̀dá ẹ̀ tó kú. Àsìkò yẹn ló máa lọ bá olórí ẹbí pé kán jẹ́ kóun wá sú ìyàwó yẹn lópó.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, especially tó bá tiẹ̀ wá jẹ́ bóyá bíi pásítọ̀ bí àáfàá àbí ẹ̀mọ́ tó ń ṣe àwọn ní kó má bàa fall into temptation, ẹ jẹ́ kó tètè tẹ̀yàwó mi. Ta lóbìnrin máa fall into temptation pẹ̀lú ṣọ́kùnrin náà kọ́ ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tó bá fẹ́ fọ́ọ̀lù tó nǹkan tó ń pè ní fall into temptation nìyẹn. So èmi it starts with the individual. It's a choice. Tó bá fẹ́ kí precepts and the conventions kó dé ẹ mọ́lẹ̀ ọwọ́ ẹ nìyẹn kù sí. The society will do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. Some churches will even still frown at a widow to very marry.
So ẹ jẹ́ n tún gbé yín wọ.
Bíbélì gan sọ pé tí obìnrin ò bá tí 60 má kà á fún àwọn opó. Ẹ jẹ́ kó lọ́kọ míì. Àmọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa, because of this their slavery mentality, the slave master and the slave mentality, àwọn máa fi òfin tí wọ́n sí. Wọ́n máa fòfin tí wọ́n sí. Ó wá wà lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ní alátiṣe ló máa ń mọ àtiṣe ara ẹ̀.
Right. Ẹ jẹ́ n sáré tún gbé yín wọ angle yìí.
Tí mo lè sọ sí yẹn nìyẹn.
Right. Ẹ jẹ́ n gbé yín wọ angle yìí. When we talk about the loss of a spouse, bó ṣe jẹ́ ọkọ èèyàn kan, bàbá àwọn ọmọ kan náà ni. Hello, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi?
You are breaking.
Okay, ṣé ti ń gbọ́ báyìí?
The static is breaking.
Ṣé ti ń gbọ́ báyìí?
Mo ti ń gbọ́ báyìí.
Mo ní ta bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa the loss of a spouse, bó ṣe jẹ́ ọkọ èèyàn kan, bàbá àwọn ọmọ kan náà ni. You know? So
ló jẹ́ bàbá àwọn ẹnìkan.
Yes. So the question now is, how did you explain the death of your... Hello, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Hello, ṣé ń gbọ́?
Change positions.
Hello?
Yes,
ẹ ti ń gbọ́ báyìí. Mo ní, so how did you...
Ẹni pé bó ṣe jẹ́ ọkọ ẹnìkan ló jẹ́ bàbá àwọn èèyàn kan.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. So question mi wá ni wípé, how did you explain, the death of your husband to your children? Because daddy wọn nìyẹn. And loss tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ náà nísìn. Somehow, ó kan àwọn náà.
Ó affect wọn.
So how did you go about it? Was it easy? And how did you cope? Because àdúrà tẹ́ fi wọlé níbẹ̀rẹ̀, ó ní wípé kí Èdùmàrè má jẹ́ kí ẹrù èèyàn méjì kó di tèèyàn kan. Àdúrà ńlá ni. So starting from breaking the news to them to taking up that responsibility, can you share with us how, you went about it?
Hello. Okay. As at the time my husband passed on, my oldest child was 15, the middle one was 13, and the youngest was 10. The 15 and the 13-year-old understood that when someone died, you don't see them anymore.
Okay.
But the 10-year-old, the girl, òun ló wà most affected. So the day tí wọ́n wá sọ pé bàbá wọn ti ṣaláìsí, they were home, they were on holidays, it was Christmas break, they were home, and they saw all the display of grief, people coming in and coming out. 1K, I won't ever see my daddy again. Have I become fatherless? Kiniko. So I had to keep reassuring them that true, you won't see your daddy again, but we will be fine. We will manage, we will be fine. Mo realize pé ìgbà yẹn ni bond tó wà láàárín widow àti àwọn ọmọ gbọ́dọ̀ strong jù. Nítorí pé ó ti kù wọ́n nìkan o. You are in a dual role now of both father and mother to them. Ó ti kù wọ́n nìkan o. It is not that it will affect them, they will misbehave. I had 2 boys who were teenagers, who had started experimenting, whose level of inquisitiveness had, that their father's death made it explode. Oríṣiríṣi nǹkan náà rí, náà gbọ́, wọ́n wá ń bi mí léèrè tó bá ti kèmí àti wọn nìkan. All this stage kan when we couldn't afford to eat, 12 twice a day, that eating twice a day was a struggle. One of my children asked me, if this is what it means for a father to die, I don't want to be a father. Let me die now so that my children won't suffer like this. I wept lọ́jọ́ yẹn bí ẹni pé bàbá wọn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kú ni. Then all the stage kan, wọn mọ̀ pé mò ń try because mi lè má ṣàlàyé bí gbogbo nǹkan ṣe rí fún wọn. Wọ́n wò mí bí ẹni pé mo fẹ́ kíyà jẹ wọ́n. Wọ́n wò mí bí ẹni pé ìgbà tí bàbá wọn wà láyé òun nìkan ló ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. So to rein them in and make them see that I was bending over backwards to make us stay alive was a very, very big task for me. Was a big task. Ìjọ kan ọmọ mi ní, why can't we just be like other families where they don't have the daddy? I had to sit him down and explain, situation tiwọn nìyẹn, situation tiwa la wà nú ẹ̀. And then when the boys started to be boys, I knew that yes, battle the day. I had to play good cop, bad cop. Màá ranjú mọ́ wọn, màá fà wọ́n mọ́ra. And I sat them down. I would sit them down whenever we all came together as a family. Tó bá wà lọ́lídé. Mo pè wọ́n gbà tí bàbá wọn kú pé there will be adjustments, there will be changes. Bí nǹkan ṣe rí tẹ́lẹ̀ kò lè rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. Ó lè padà rí bẹ́ẹ̀ in future, but for now, kò lè rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. There will be days where we will eat what we can find and not what we want. There will be days where we might not be able to eat at all. There will be days when I will just feel like I don't want to see you around me. I want to be on my own. I don't hate you. I'm just going through my own grief process. So, ó di pé a máa jókòó, a máa ní family meeting. I made myself very open. Kán lè wá bá mi, kán lè sọ̀rọ̀ fún mi, kán lè wá bá mi, kán lè pour heart wọn. But they started understanding it is not that this woman is wicked. It's just that she's been overwhelmed by the situation we suddenly found ourselves in. It wasn't an easy task. But nǹkan tí mo máa ń sọ ni pé tó bá ti dìgbà yẹn táwọn ọmọ yẹn bá kéré, that is a time to be their friend before being a mom. That is a time to their counselor, to be their sister. That is not the time to use harsh words on them. That is not the time to remind them, pé wọ́n kọ́ ló pa bàbá wọn, ẹ má pa mí o. Yes, ó máa ń dé stage yẹn téèyàn máa ń fẹ́ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. But èèyàn máa need àti, you form a new bond, a new stronger bond with your children. Ó máa ń le o. But I thank God that we have come this far. We are still one very strong unit. And although my nest is empty, they are all living their lives now, but they are panning out well. And it is not that pé nítorí pé mo gbọ́n àbí torí pé mo mọ̀ ọ́ ṣe, torí pé Olódùmarè tì mí lẹ́yìn.
Thank you very much.
Torí láìsí àtìlẹ́yìn Ọlọ́run, kò sí ohun tá a lè ṣe o.
So I know nínú discussion yín earlier ẹ ti yà sínú question tí n fẹ́ béèrè yìí, but I would really want us to fẹ́ lójú díẹ̀ sí and talk about the socio-cultural impact.
Hello?
Hello? Ṣé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi?
Hello?
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 I can hear you now.
Okay. Mo ní nínú àwọn responses tẹ́ fún mi earlier, you have, spoken about, this question I'm about to ask. But mo fẹ́ ká fẹ́ lójú díẹ̀ sí.
Oh.
Hello, ẹ gbọ́ mi? Hello.
On break me. The sentences are breaking up.
Báyìí ńkọ́?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. Mo ní earlier in your explanation ẹ ti yà sínú some of the question tí mo fẹ́ béèrè ní ìsìn ẹ ti mẹ́nu bà some of it, but mo fẹ́ ká fẹ́ lójú díẹ̀ sí. As you know, oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí widows in terms of, not having inheritance right, getting evicted from their home or even separated from their children àti gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yòókù tó máa ń ṣe yẹn. So mo fẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ briefly lórí the social cultural impact lórí widowhood. Ṣé culture wa? Hello.
Network yìí bàjẹ́. Ìṣe ìwà gbọ́ nǹkan kan mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ìyá, èmi dẹ̀ ṣì ń gbọ́ yín o. Hello. Ṣé ti ń gbọ́ báyìí?
Mo ṣẹ̀ tún gbọ́ yín sí.
Okay. Mo fẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ nípa.
Hello.
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Mo fẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ briefly lórí socio-cultural impact experience àwọn widows. Gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n máa ń face yẹn. The economic insecurity, not having inheritance right, getting stripped of their home, of their possession, even some get separated from their children and stuff like that. So, gbogbo àwọn traditional practices yìí, gbogbo àwọn stereotypes, prejudices yìí and all these things, how can we adjust them? Because some of them wá láti inú culture, some of them wá láti inú social construct. What can we do to, maybe downplay some of these things so that impact ẹ̀ kò ní máa hit our widows too much?
Ẹ ṣé. Sẹ́rí mo ti sọ nǹkan kan lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn, mo ní pé it starts with the individual. Ẹnìkan ṣoṣo kò lè turn around culture. Ó lè start process yẹn. Someone can, start the process, but ẹnìkan ṣoṣo cannot turn the face.
Even you think a movement cannot do it? A movement can do it. Yes. So
there's a movement now in Igbo land saying that women can inherit from their father's houses. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, wọ́n ti ń ṣe náà pé ọmọbìnrin ó lè jogún nílé bàbá ẹ̀. Àti rí àwọn tó ń ja ìjà yẹn, tó ń jà, tó ń win ẹ̀. Pé ọmọbìnrin lè jogún nílé bàbá ẹ̀. If a man writes a will, if a man writes a will in the probate registry that is properly annotated, mi ò rò pé yẹ kẹ́nìkan kan lè sọ pé nǹkan tó ní wíìlì yẹn tó ní property kan yẹn kò sọ̀rọ̀ ńbẹ̀. I don't think it should be contested. Bó ní nǹkan ṣe fẹ́ nǹkan ẹ̀ nìyẹn.
And do we have men at the forefront of this movement? Ẹ mọ̀ ìdí tó jẹ́ kí n béèrè. Ìdí tó jẹ́ ń béèrè ni wípé lọ́pọ̀ ọgbà ọkùnrin náà ló máa ń kọ́kọ́ kú tó wá máa ń fi ìyálẹ̀ àti ìpọ́njú lẹ̀ fún àwọn obìnrin wọn tán bá filẹ̀. So I think they should be the one picking up this fight so that they can protect.
Picking up the fight. Yes.
Kí lẹ sọ?
But are they doing it? Ọkùnrin ló yẹ kó ṣáájú ìjà yìí. àmọ́ ọkùnrin tó fẹ́ ṣáájú ìjà yìí tíyàwó ẹ̀ bá sọrú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn pé jẹ́ ká plan ìgbà tí kan nínú wa ò ní sí mọ́ ó máa di wàhálà o ọ̀rọ̀ àbẹ̀ jẹ́ ti sọ pé ó lè di wàhálà.
pé ṣé o fẹ́ pa mí ni.
ó lè ní ó fẹ́ pa wọn. We have the case of a widow. The husband wasn't properly divorced from his wife, from his first wife. Ó wá fẹ́ ìní ní ṣùlọ́kà native law and custom. Ọkùnrin yẹn wá kú. The first wife now went and brought her marriage certificate. Pé òun ni legal wife and they had been separated for 20 years. I lose case yìí ní kóòtù. Despite the fact pé ìjọba sọ pé wọ́n recognize the marriage under native law and customs. That is why there are customary courts. But obìnrin yìí gbẹ́jọ́ lọ sí abẹ̀rẹ̀ láti magistrate court, a lọ high court. She won that case. The widow was stripped of everything tóun àtọkọ ẹjọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ fún for 25 years. Torí pé ìyẹn gbé certificate wá. And the man died intestate. Ṣé mọ̀ pé tó bá kọ will, tóbìnrin yẹn bá sì gbé certificate wá, will máa supersede certificate yẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, because that is his wish.
This man died intestate. Bí ìyá ṣe jẹ́ obìnrin yẹn nìyẹn, àtọmọ mẹ́rin. Because ẹni tó ní certificate ló lọ kọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Although they had been separated for 20 years. So ọkùnrin ló lè ṣe kínní, àwọn ló yẹ kán ṣáájú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Write a will. Everything you are doing, do it in your name and your wife's name. Àti rọ́kùnrin tó fi ọmọ ìyá ẹ̀ tán bí tẹ̀lé ṣe next of kin. Èyí tá à ń fà lọ́wọ́, the 76-year-old father is the next of kin. Jerry, any year is nothing but wèrè in the eyes of God.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni o.
You put your 76-year-old father as next of kin when you have a wife
and
4 children, the oldest being 14.
An assenting in the eyes of God.
So bàbá ti lọ. Letter of administration, room the next of kin. Bàbá ẹ̀ ti lọ gba letter of administration. Òun ló lọ gba gratuity ẹ̀. Òun ló claim gbogbo assets ẹ̀. Court wá sọ pé ká lọ settle nílé. Kí lẹ fẹ́ kóbìnrin yìí? Ẹ lè ní kó máa kọ́ ọmọ mẹ́rin kiri. À ń bẹ̀ wọ́n ni, a ní choice, a lè bù wọ́n ni. Because ọkọ ẹ̀ ló ti gbẹ́kùn tó yálẹ̀ dé. Ọkọ ẹ̀ ló ti kókọ ìyálẹ̀ fún tó mú. Tó níyàwó tó fẹ́ ní ṣùlọ́kà tó wá lọ fi bàbá ẹ̀ ṣe next of kin, 76-year-old man. Ẹ wá ní kò kí ń ṣe wèrè in the eyes of God.
Assuming in the eyes of God.
Nothing but wèrè in the eyes of God. Ọkùnrin ló lè mú revolutionary change tá à ń fẹ́ yìí wá. Káwa obìnrin tó tẹ̀lé wọn. Tẹ bá ra nǹkan, Mr. Ṣẹ́gun and Mrs. Abímbọ́lá Òjó ní kẹ́ fi kọ́. Ẹ má kọ Mr. and Mrs. Òjó, anybody could be Mr. and Mrs. Òjó. Ẹ jẹ́ kí àwọn tó yẹ kán mọ̀ nínú fámílì mọ̀ pé ẹjọ́ ní nǹkan yìí ní. And document it. Torí tójú bá yẹjú, ohun máa ń yẹ o. That's been my experience. And tó mọ̀ nǹkan pé bí kìíní ṣe rí rèé, when my husband passed on, mo bá yí orí bá ṣèjì. Ó bá switch from àpàlà tó tutù. If you remember the case of the late Bola Ige, the driver who was the principal witness, ìgbà tó dé court ọ̀tọ̀ ní nǹkan tó lọ ń sọ. The late Justice Atinuke Ige did not survive that denial, that betrayal. I was in court lọ́jọ́ náà màmá yẹn ń wò báyìí ó ń ṣọwọ́ bí rí pé ṣé bójú ayé ṣe rí rèé tí ìlú bá yí tójú bá yẹ kí ohun máa ń yẹ kí nǹkan tá a sọ a lè sọ pé à sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ ohun tá a kọ kò ṣeé parẹ́. And when you write a will, don't put it where it will get into the hands of the wrong person. Otherwise, one people no one peanuts, and that's it.
Thank you very much for that. Kí n máa súnmọ́ àti fẹ́ round up báyìí, right? Ṣé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi ṣá?
Okay. Yeah.
So, aside the loss, aside the brutal treatment, hello, ṣé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi? Hello, ṣé ẹ ti ń gbọ́ báyìí?
Mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Mo ní aside the brutal treatment of the in-laws, aside the inhuman treatment they get from the people in the society, what other challenges do you think widows go through? Because ìdí tó jẹ́ ń béèrè ni if we know. Hello, ṣé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi?
Mi ò gbọ́ yẹn.
Hello, níbo lẹ gbọ́ dé? Hello.
Mo ṣe ń gbọ́ sí i, mo ṣe ń gbọ́ hello yẹn sí.
Okay, so nǹkan tí mò ń béèrè rèé, mo ní aside the loss, aside the brutal treatment in the hands of the in-laws, mo ní what are the other challenges or hidden pains tí àwọn widows ń go through?
Part of the other challenges ni finances.
Okay, now ẹ mọ̀ di tó jẹ́ ń béèrè.
Especially if the family is in the middle of. Hello.
Yes, mo ti ń gbọ́ yín báyìí. Mo ti ń gbọ́ yín, mo ti ń gbọ́ yín báyìí. Hello, yes. Hello, mo ti ń gbọ́ báyìí o. We can hear you now.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Hear you. Yes.
Anything aside from the trauma, the inhuman treatment, and all that,
yes.
Widows man suffer. What are the other challenges to man?
Ben.
Number one, finances. A woman short. And that's what I always tell widows, don't expect to continue the lifestyle tí ẹ ń live nígbà tí ẹ̀yin fẹ́ jẹ́ èèyàn méjì. Make adjustments. Tí ẹ bá ní mọ́tò mẹ́rin nígbà tọ́kọ ẹ wà láyé, kò sí nǹkan tó ń fi mọ́tò mẹ́rin ṣe, ta méjì kó fi gbọ́ bùkátà. Àsìkò kan ń bọ̀ wá rà padà. If you have a house, tó bá ṣe é pín, o lè gba tenant sínú ẹ̀. Wá owó kó ṣe. So that o ní lọ máa tẹ́gbá sáwọn èèyàn káàkiri. Tó lóde bá ń lọ sóde, tán máṣọ tán mú gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́ wọn ara ẹ̀, àwọ̀lú má tẹ ìwọ̀n ara ẹ̀ ló mọ̀. Gbogbo òde kọ́ ló máa bá wọn lọ, gbogbo aṣọ ẹbí kọ́ ló máa bá wọn rà. Nítorí plastic rubber happy family tó fẹ́ há ẹ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àti kólẹ̀.
Tó ń kọ́lé fáyán, tó ń kọ́lé fún dùnnú ilé, tó ń kó kejọ. There will definitely be adjustments to be made. You have to adapt. You might have to scale down on expenses. Ó má bàa kọ́mọ èèyàn bá máa di ọmọ ọlọ́mọ. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, can
Hello?
you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Èkejì tí mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀ ni stigmatization.
Okay.
I don't know why people think that widowhood is a contagious disease.
Hmm.
Tí a bá ti rí pọ́pọ̀ èèyàn kú, obìnrin ẹgbẹ́ ẹ ló máa kọ́kọ́ máa wẹ̀ bí ẹni pé Jezebel ni ẹ́.
Hmm. Ore network. Ore network. Hello? 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 Ah. Hello?
Hello?
Yes. I think going back.
Mo ń sọ pé obìnrin ẹgbẹ́ mi ló kọ́kọ́ ń wò mí pé Jezebel ni mi, talent mi wà ń ta, mo fẹ́ gba ọkọ wọn. Á di pé wọ́n máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa fi mú dá yín lóhùn. Á di pé wọn ò ní fẹ́ associate pẹ̀lú yín mọ́. Bí ẹni pé bóyá widowhood is like HIV, it's a contagious disease tó jẹ́ pé tó bá bá ìṣọ̀rẹ́ ọkọ tiwọn náà máa kú. Wọ́n máa ń gbàgbé pé ìṣepò òwúwọ́ náà kó bára ẹni lu situation yìí. Wọ́n máa ń gbàgbé pé ó lè yí kàn wọ́n lọ́la. The stigmatization got so bad that I learned to be a lone ranger.
Whoa.
Mo learn that you are comfortable with myself, with myself, in my company, in my own skin. Mo learn àti live alone, stand alone. Òun ló mọ́ mi lára di bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. I don't go out of my way to make friends. I don't go out of my way to, socialize. Because wọ́n máa ń feel pé àwọn ọkọ wọn yẹn prized possessions ni wọ́n, the trophies ni wọ́n. But to stigmatization yẹn téèyàn ò bá ní ọkàn, ó lè sọyàn di wèrè. Ó máa add more depression yẹn. Yẹn kan. Another one, when the hormones start raging, what do? Because it's a natural body function.
Then you can't cheat nature.
You cannot cheat nature. Nǹkan tó máa ń mú widow ìmí máa ṣìwà nìyẹn tí ò bá lè control ara ẹ̀. Kò dẹ̀ sí bó ṣe lè ṣe fẹ́ control ara ẹ̀ tó. Àfi tó bá kí ń ṣe èèyàn, tó bá kí ń ṣe ẹlẹ́jẹ̀ lọ́rùn. When the hormones start raging, ẹlòmíì, òun ló máa ń dàbí ẹni pé tọpẹ bá kú ká máa kanra lódì wọn á ló ya òfurufú. The hormones are raging, there is no avenue for the expulsion.
Mm.
of all that energy, of all that our estrogen. There is no avenue
Mm.
to expunge them. Èèyàn wá máa kanra, a máa kanra mọ́ àwọn ọmọ, a máa kanra mọ́ everybody,
Mm.
a máa bínú lódì lódì.
Mm.
Ara ẹ̀ ò ní yá lónìí, kò ní yá lọ́la, wọ́n á máa lo oògùn fún wọn nímọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe é.
Mm.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ̀dẹ̀ rèé, ó ṣáà ní lọ fọ́kọ ọlọ́kọ.
Mm.
Ó dẹ̀ ní lọ sí títì kó lọ sóra ẹ mọ́kùnrin kan lọ́rùn.
Mm.
Ìyẹn lẹ́yìn ọkùnrin máa ń take advantage of vulnerability yẹn. Làwọn ọkùnrin máa ṣe ń wò ó pé nítò ni mo ṣe ní favour ni tí n bá nà án láwọ̀.
Mm. Bá nà
Kò rí
lẹ́dà.
bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Oníkálùkù ló ní needs titi ẹ̀ tó fi ń control hormones ẹ̀ or tó fi ń satisfy urges ẹ̀.
Mm.
Oníkálùkù ló ní coping mechanisms titi ẹ̀. I cannot talk pé báyìí ló ṣe lè ṣe, báyìí ló ṣe lè ṣe, because no two human beings are the same entity.
Mm.
Bá a ṣe pọ̀ tó lórílẹ̀ ayé yìí, a fi nǹkan kan yàtọ̀ síra wa.
Mm.
Oníkálùkù ló mọ bó ṣe lè ṣe tó lè control the hormones when they come raging.
Mm.
And then the loneliness,
Mm.
especially if you have lived with a husband who was your friend, who was your brother, who was your father, who was your confidant, etc., etc. The loneliness can be killing.
Mm.
Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ kọ́ lèèyàn lè bọ́ ọmọ sọ. Mélòó lè fẹ́ bá ọmọ sọ? Kí lọmọ fẹ́ understand?
Mm.
Especially if they are young, if they are minors, as at the time their father passed on.
Mm.
Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ kọ́ lèèyàn lè bá wọn sọ. Ìgbà tó bá tún yá, àwọn ọmọ yìí máa fìyàn sílẹ̀, wọ́n máa
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
bá
wọ́n á
títí
tún
wọn
lọ.
lọ.
Mm.
Kò sọgbọ́n tẹ́ lè dá. The birds will float, will fly the nest. Your nest will become empty.
Mm.
What do you do with yourself when that happens?
Mm.
What do you do with yourself?
Mm.
Omi máa ń sọ fáwọn widows pé engage yourself. Find something engaging to do, because those long periods of silence, of loneliness, of being alone will come.
Mm.
Ó rọgbọ́n dá sí.
Mm.
Tó bá dẹ̀ lọ remarry lélẹ́yìí, how are you sure pé ẹni tó lọ remarry yẹn will accept your children as his own?
Mm. That's a
Most
big
times kò sí
issue.
ọgọ́wẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Àwọn ọmọ yẹn á wá di àlejò níbi tí àwọn bá ń gbé.
Mm.
Á di pé wọn lè ní 100. If that man tó lọ fẹ́ yẹn cannot get into the loop,
Mm.
ọkùnrin á sá o torí bùkátà o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tó bá ló lọ kọ́ ọmọ mẹ́rin fẹ́ yàn, ṣó gbọ́ bùkátà tara ẹ̀ tán ni tó fẹ́ gbọ́ mẹ́rin mọ́ títí tiẹ̀ nígbà tí ò kì í ṣe Dangote.
Mm.
Ó ì jẹ́ Dangote gan. There will still be reservations.
Mm.
So mo ń sọ fún yín pé life widow easy rárá. Kò easy at whatever point, at whatever stage. Kò easy rárá.
Mm.
That I have been
Ó ti lọ again. She's gone again. She's gone again. Yes. I think after this we will be rounding up. I need to let her go. I think we have squeezed enough from her. And I know it's been an intense night. for her to have shared all this with us. Right. Right. Um, I'm going to I'm going to send her a message that I can release her, even though that is not how I would have loved to do it. I would have loved to thank her publicly on the show and you know send her off with high regards. But I will do that later. I will ensure I get back to her. I know she's really, really struggling with the network, and you know, you can see what we've experienced so far. But I think we were still able to. Um, okay, she's back. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, okay. I will let her go, and she's done so much for us tonight. She's been very, very immense for us tonight, and we really, really appreciate her coming. The network has been really, really horrible, but torí pé màmá gan stubborn, àwọn gan ò gbà fún network yẹn, òun la fi lè rí nǹkan tí a ṣe lálẹ́, so I will allow her to go, and then I will speak to her after that. After we've ended the show, and convey your appreciation to her. But I want to really thank every one of you who stayed on the show tonight, despite the back and forth with the network. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you for your understanding. And hopefully, the next time we have a guest, the network will cooperate with us. But overall, I think we are still able to learn one or two things from Erelu's experience, and it's really not a pleasant one. And for everyone in that situation, we can only wish you well and pray that life will you know will show you good fortunes. Of course, ojú àpá ò lè dàbí ojú ara, but we pray that things will be easy for you. And also for us listeners, um, this should be this should give us a change of mindset. When you see widows, you should show them love, because what you've heard from the show tonight shows that they're not having it easy. It's not an easy experience. And for those of us who are still married, this is a phase of life we need to prepare for, and prepare in such a way that we can protect the family we will be leaving behind. And for those of you who have women who have come to marry men in your family, when your uncle or your brother dies or passes on, Don't join the family to go and, victimize the wife. From what you heard here tonight, you should be that lone voice that will call the rest to their senses and say, no, ẹ má fìyà jẹ obìnrin yẹn fílẹ̀ náà. Wọn àtọkọ ẹ̀ ni wọ́n jọ jìyà nǹkan yẹn. Kí lẹ fẹ́ lọ gbalé yẹn fún? Ṣẹ́yìn lẹ kọ́lé yẹn ni. Tó bá jẹ́ brother yín and so you should be that lone voice that will fight in the corner of that woman. Mo dẹ̀ gbàdúrà wípé ilé wa ò ní dahoro. Ọ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ kankan nínú wa ò sì ní di àkìtàn. Ọmọ wa ò ní dọmọ lọ́mọ. Àní rí ìbànújẹ́ o. A sì ní fi ọjọ́ ọlọ́jọ́ lọ. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Until we meet again next week Friday. God bless you and have a wonderful night. Ó dàárọ̀.
Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò máa ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ká ṣe bí ẹni kú, káwọ́ ẹni tí ó ṣe dàrò ẹni. Ṣàṣà ènìyàn nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lẹ́yìn, tẹrú tọmọ nífẹ̀ẹ́ ní lójú ẹni. Ọmọ aráyé abániwọ́rọ̀ bá òbí dání wọ́n. Ayé ò fẹ́ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀, orí ẹni ní pé kó yẹ ni. You gotta be strong cause the world is a battlefield. Òjò láyé ó gbé ní lọ, bá ò bá mọ̀ wẹ̀. Má ṣe lọ́la òtọ́ láì bá dé. Tread softly, dákun ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ilé ayé ogun ni ó gbọ̀gbọ́n. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Kíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò máa ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ṣẹ̀rántí a ò mẹ́rin ìjọba ẹ̀wẹ̀kú ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀. Àwọn ọlọ́tẹ̀ ni wọ́n dìde wọn lájànà kó lè rínú gbọ́gbé. Àṣenìtàn bá ní ìdàrú ṣálọ̀ máa ráyé. Àwọ̀ fẹ́lẹ́ bòónù tó jẹ́ àríkùn má ṣe bí. You gotta be wise to survive and keep your sanity. Ọjà ọ̀dájú ní ilé ayé, o ní láti mọ̀ ọ́n rà. Àyàgbé ọ̀gẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ti lówó, ọ̀yàn òun ló wà lọ́jọ́ ogún dé. Ọwọ́ epo láyé ńlá, wọ́n kì í lá tẹ̀jẹ̀. Ara lámọ̀ á ò mọ́nú, ẹni ayé yẹ kó rọra ṣe. Ṣọ́ra, ṣọ́ra. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ o. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò máa ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ó jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ o. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Tíbi tirẹ̀ ládàlẹ̀ ayé, kò máa ṣẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ọ́la. Ilẹ̀kùn bá jẹ́ ṣe jẹ́jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o, ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́. Inú ẹni ṣálámọ̀, a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ni. Ẹ̀sọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ láyé gbà ọ̀rẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe jẹ́jẹ́. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ṣòwò. ṣẹ̀dá tó ọ̀la yòókù lọ́gbọ́n ó jẹ́ ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi o ayé gbẹ̀gẹ́ inú ẹni ṣàlàmọ̀ a ò mẹ́ni tó fẹ́ mi.